last month it came out that Taika Waititi is probably going to be out over at Lucasfilm. I mean, it was previously announced that he'd be directing a Star Wars movie for them, but at the Toronto International Film Festival, I mean, he basically said he hasn't even bothered writing a script for it or doing anything with it, because Lucasfilm or Disney for that matter has a habit of really just making announcements, just kind of throwing things at the wall. It's almost like, yeah, we'd like to do that one day if we can get around to it. And then I kind of came across as that with Taika Waititi directing Star Wars. It's like, yeah, we'd like to make something with him, but nothing really serious has actually transpired over that. And now it's looking like he might be out over at Marvel as well, because we got this article from Bound and Into Comics talking about it. Rumor Marvel developing Thor 5 without Taika Waititi. Search for a replacement director currently ongoing. And just kind of scrolling down into the article, and what if true could only be described as a positive turn for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. A new rumor suggests that Thor 5 has begun development, albeit without the God of Thunder's most recent steward, Taika Waititi. So, I mean, yeah, they obviously are, at least from this article, happy that he's gone. And to be fair, though, I mean, I will defend Taika Waititi a bit, because I do like a number of the movies that he's made. The problem I have with his take on the Thor movies is I think they are a little bit too goofy. I mean, even Chris Hemsworth has made statements basically saying that the same thing. He thought they were too silly, and a lot of people think that was the problem with Thor movies later on, where he more or less became a joke within his own movie. But I mean, that's really my issue with Taika Waititi. But I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that when he does studio movies like this, I don't think he really is invested as if he was doing his own movie. Because when he's doing his own movies, he seems to give them, like, even though there's humor inserted into it, he seems to let the dramatic moments breathe where they need to breathe, and actually let things play out the way they're supposed to. But when it comes to Marvel movies, I think he doesn't take them seriously enough as an art form, and that he's like, okay, these are just goofy movies, so I can just throw whatever I want at them. And it really doesn't fit with the tone of a lot of scenes. And I mean, this is also just kind of a problem with the MC movies as a whole. I mean, in Thor Ragnarok, it wasn't nearly as bad, but the peak Taika Waititi goofiness was on full display in Love and Thunder, and I think that did ultimately hurt the movie. This particularly hopeful whisper was first raised on October 26th, courtesy of a post made by noted scooper Daniel RPK Richmond to his personal Patreon account. And this is a statement that, this is what he said on there. Notably, while Richmond did not explicitly mention Ragnarok and Love and Thunder director by name, his mention that Marvel is looking for someone new to tackle Thor's story implies that Waititi time with the franchise, at least for the time being, is over. I mean, I think that is pretty cut and dry. If he basically says, like, they're looking for a new director to helm the project, and it's like, well, yeah, then that means he's gone. And it does kind of make sense, because you look at Rotten Tomatoes for Love and Thunder, and I mean, Ragnarok was pretty well received, but Love and Thunder, I mean, you can see this is, 76, that's not so bad, but I mean, that's pretty low for an MCU movie. And if you look at other sites like Metacritic, I mean, that's not very good for it. And also you can combine that with the fact that the movie did lose money. I mean, this article from The Direct tries to break down the box office and everything like that to say, like, no, it really wasn't a flop. I mean, because if you take into account the marketing and everything like that, this is how much they spent. But I mean, they also generate revenue from home entertainment and 160 million from television and streaming deals. So if you add that to it, it actually made money and things like that. It's like, well, yeah, but I mean, it says it makes 140 million from revenue from home entertainment. But I mean, if you look at the numbers, they said it probably only made around just under 17 million from home entertainment, and also the 160 million from television and streaming deals. I mean, that's actually a nonsense statement, because Disney streams it onto their Disney Plus platform. They show it on TV on their own stations. I guess you could say they're paying themselves to do that, or that's how much they would charge if they were to license it. But I mean, it's basically just one pocket paying the other. So I mean, Disney's not actually making money from that. So when you take that into consideration, I mean, Thor: Love and Thunder was a box office bomb. The reviews weren't great for it. I mean, and this was a big Marvel legacy character, and it flopped at the box office under Taika Waititi. And I think that's really why they're not too excited about bringing him back. And replacing directors, even ones that they've worked with for a number of years, is not unusual for Marvel. So these are just rumors that he's going to be replaced, but I think there is credibility to all this when we take into account his failure with the MCU as of lately, and just kind of like Disney's lack of interest, it seems, as a whole, of just working with him. But let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. And if you like this video, make sure you click that like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with the latest news. Thank you.